The Titans saved the day, and they were reunited. But something was missing, wasn't it? Something fast. Welcome to the Complete Story Series, where I take trade paperbacks and single issues and I break them down into digestible bites to help you understand. Then I read it dramatically back to you. All of the ratings of the panels, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies. This is a rebirth, a DC rebirth. It is not a reboot, it is a new status quo as DC brings back the things that you loved about your favorite superheroes and puts them back into existing timelines. We're going to be showcasing select issues of the rebirth to let you know the starting points for these series. Each of these rebirth comics is continued in the mainline book of the same name. This is Titans Rebirth, and it follows the story of Wally West. Once upon a time, they were the Teen Titans. They were more than just heroes. They were lifelong friends. A special spark held them together, and that was a rare thing. Every second they had together was a gift, and then it became a memory, and it faded. The memory of the team had been taken, ripped out of the history of this world, but only Wally West remembers those memories. Wally West is the fastest man alive. He used to be Kid Flash, but he's not a kid anymore, and everyone has forgotten that he existed. He looks down sadly at the photos that he knows that he was supposed to be in, only to see himself missing when someone shouts, "Who are you?" from behind him. He turns around to see Dick Grayson in his Nightwing costume. "Dick?" he asks, which shocks Nightwing. "How do you know my name?" And in response, he jumps in, trying to grab this intruder. Wally tells him to slow down, he isn't here to fight, but as Dick gets closer to him, a shock comes out of Wally's hand, and it hits Dick. He screams out in pain, hitting the ground. "Did you just tase me? What the hell, Wally?" Then he stops. "Wally? I don't understand. I know your name, but I don't know how." Wally smiles, and he puts his hand on Dick's shoulder. "I'll explain soon. But first, where are the Titans?" "Right here," Arsenal says as Wally looks around and notices that he's kind of surrounded. Hi guys. The Titans all open their attacks on Wally, and he moves at speeds that he's known for, dodging all of them. Dick tries to tell the Titans to stop, but they're so focused on removing the intruder that they don't even hear him, and Wally quickly finds himself under a mental assault from Lilith. With an opening finally there, Arsenal hits Wally over the face, but that hit gave him the same shock that it gave to Dick. And he remembers. He remembers who Wally is. He remembers when he showed Wally his apartment, and they talked about being sidekicks, and he offered Wally a beer. Then Donna jumps in on Wally, and he realizes what's going on. He stops moving, letting her connect with him, and the shock happens again. She remembers. She remembers Wally showing her fun, teaching her about pranks, and showing her water balloons. Lilith grabs him next, and once again he lets her, and the sparks fly, and she remembers. She remembers Wally holding her tight as she told him reading thoughts is overwhelming for her, and the two of them kissing. Garth also received a shock, remembering his desire to return to Atlantis, but Wally being the one to convince him to stay here with his friends. Everyone is shocked. It's Wally! It's Wally! Nightwing looks over at him with a smile. The first thing that I remembered wasn't that big of a deal, and he looks back on his memory of him and Wally stealing the Batmobile and going for a joyride. He turns to his friend and he tells him, "We miss you, Wally." And Wally is finally home. So Wally explains everything. That time was removed to weaken friendships and relationships, and that he was trapped in the Speed Force, but he got out thanks to Barry Allen. And that this new threat is here, and they need to be ready to stop it, because the Titans are going to figure out what's going on and how this happened together. He then holds up that picture that he was missing from, and he finds that he's back in the background finally, added to the timeline. And that is Titans Rebirth. It's following the journey of Wally West, and I'm assuming that this is where we're going to find him from this point on, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. I hope you're as excited as I am, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter @ComicStorian and Instagram @ComicStorian, and let me know down below other Rebirth titles that you guys are dying to see. I'm seeing requests for pretty much all of them, and maybe we will hit them all, but if we have to pick some, let me know what you want. I'll see you guys next time right here.